Yeah, so let's talk about my anniversary. My anniversary was in June. Well, the anniversary of New Vegas was in June. The anniversary of my channel was also in June time. But the anniversary of me actually starting uploading videos, which is what I actually count as my anniversary, is August. I think August 20th, if I remember correctly. So it's been just over a month since my anniversary. And what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is yes, this guy who's got just over 600 subscribers has been doing this for 4 years. Yup, I know, right? Oh, it's been a roller coaster of a ride, and it's been something. It's been something else. I'll tell you that now. Have I enjoyed every second of it? Yes. The answer is yes. I love every single time I get a comment on a new video. Part of me still resents that How to Escape the Vault with 37 gold bars is so popular. Like, I like that it's popular because it's the only thing on my channel that is popular, but I get so many stupid comments on that video, and sometimes I'm just like, couldn't my really good videos be popular? Why does this one, where I'm still squeaky voiced and it's a long form post-com, why does that have to be my most successful video on my channel? Why couldn't some other things, some newer things be successful? But at the end of the day, I probably would have, if New Vegas was really successful, I probably would be saying this in 2 years' time about New Vegas. Yeah, but it's not just the mass success of a single portion of my channel that I resent, because I loved doing coverage of Lonesome Road when it first came out. I did like 5 or 6 videos on Lonesome Road that got really good views in the first day, got a lot of comments on them, got a lot of cool interaction, a couple of subscribers, and it was a cool week for my channel. But that Dead Money video, I was just, it's a terrible video. Why has it got like almost 100,000 views? Why? Oh well, it's made me some money. It's made me some money. Yeah. Anyway. 4 years. So let's talk about my channel history. Oh my god, we're on Ascension and I'm talking about the history of my channel. If anybody's been around for God knows how long, you've already heard this story on this map. So yeah, sit tight and get ready for a retell in a much deeper, sexier voice. It's not that much deeper. Yeah, so sit tight, get ready for a story. So, why did I start making YouTube videos? Well, I didn't start making YouTube videos on the channel Matsudiro, contrary to popular belief. Oh shit. I actually started making videos on a channel called CP888888. I don't know exactly how many 8s there were, but I believe there were 6. If you don't know, I was born on the 8th of August, which is why 8 is kind of a favourite number of mine. But yeah, that channel was indeed a trampoline wrestling federation. Let's not even get into that. So the reason why I did that, for a lot of reasons, is probably because I had a creative spark. Also, I liked wrestling. Let's not lie about that. I still kind of do. And having footage to edit was cool, and having it to edit in a really creative way that I'd seen on the television was also really cool. Let's not fool ourselves. Anti-Wrestling Federation was fucking awful, and I'm so glad that channel is dead. Although sometimes I do like to try and find some old videos. The website I made for it is still up, and there are still pictures of myself in wrestling gear out there, so if anybody would like to try and find that, I have given you enough information in this video for you to find it, but yeah, gonna ignore that one. So what happened after that is I wanted to start a gaming channel, and I wanted to do Pokemon news, and I'm pretty sure I was inspired by GCPM11? I want to say that was his name? I know it was 11 and it was GC something or other. I can't really know if I got that abbreviation right. I haven't watched him in years, literally years. And that inspired me. That was what I was aiming for, to Pokemon news. And actually it was black and white at the time. Gen 5. I know, it doesn't seem like long ago. Like I said, this was only 2010. And I wanted to do Pokemon news, and that's why I came up with the channel. And I remember the exact day that I was trying to figure out the name. I walked around my house for a little day and thought, what is a Japanese Pokemon-esque sounding name that also is easy to say for English people, and not English, I'm Welsh, so not English people, but English-speaking people. Oh god. and you know, what sounds cool. And eventually, oh, I know where the name came from. I just remembered. I settled on Matsudiro because 2010 was the year that I watched Death Note. I know, right? This is all coming back to me. Death Note, for anybody who lives under a rock, is an anime series, and it is a very popular one, I believe. And it is about a kid who finds a notebook, and if you write someone's name in that notebook, they die. And I think one of the police officers in that was called Matsuda. And that's where Matsudiro came from. And obviously for the first couple of years of my channel, I was using the name Matsudiro, or Matsudiro Gaming. Since then I have kind of transitioned to Puddy, and which is my actual last name, and the name that most of my friends call me by. And I think a lot of people now just know me as Puddy. But Matsudiro is still a pretty big part of my brand, honestly. I wouldn't want to just call my channel Puddy, because Puddy is a brand that is very saturated by the Seinfeld character and by cats and things like that. And if you type in Puddy on YouTube, you're never going to find me. If you do type in Puddy Fallout, you will find me. But if you type in Matsudiro, you're going to find... If you type Matsudiro on Google, you'll find me. Even though on YouTube it asks, did you mean Matsuhiro? No, I meant Matsudiro. Yeah, sorry. Bit of ranting on my branding there. But yeah, Matsudiro came from Matsuda, if I remember correctly, from Death Note. And I remember that day that I came up with the name. So I started doing Pokemon news videos for like 2 weeks, and I gave up, as I was tended to do. And in around 2008, I believe, I started getting into Call of Duty. And around 2010, when I made my YouTube channel, I started to get a Dazzle capture card, with the intention of making a Let's Play of Pokemon Colosseum, which I did. I made a Let's Play of Pokemon Colosseum, not the Let's Play of Pokemon Colosseum, I mean a Let's Play of Pokemon Colosseum, where I post-commentated about 15 episodes before deciding, this is garbage. And once again, as I tend to do, I gave up. So come August 2010, I decided to make another video. This one was called Battlefield: My Night of Onslaught. And at the time, I was pretty invested into the Call of Duty YouTube scene. And I was inspired by people like Hutch, Woody's Gamertag, Teamart, Drifter, obviously Jesus. That's a whole other thing that I don't really want to talk about. That was a channel that inspired me in my life. But a lot of the Call of Duty YouTube scene was something I watched once. Sorry about that, I'm a little bit ill, so I just need to get some gunk out of my throat. Sorry. So I was obviously investing into the Call of Duty YouTube scene, and I kind of wanted to do something with Battlefield, because I like Battlefield a lot. Battlefield Bad Company 2 is still my favourite multiplayer shooter of all time. I don't think I really need to sugarcoat it with any other words, as I tend to do. No, it's great. Battlefield Bad Company 2 is great. Vietnam specifically is excellent. It is stellar. It is an incredible expansion pack, and excluding things like the Fallout DLCs and the Deus Ex DLC and the Red Dead Redemption DLC, which they're all great pieces of content. The Vietnam expansion of Bad Company 2 is stellar. It is excellent. It is one of the best expansion packs in video game history, and that is not an over-exaggeration. So I decided to do something called Onslaught, which is kind of like a horde-based thing, like fake multiplayer with bots and shit. I did a montage. Oh god, montages. So montages were pretty common back in the day. Basically, stick a bunch of clips together to music, right? And I stuck these clips together with a song from Beyblade called Underdog, I think it is. And it was, I still think, pretty cool in a lot of ways. Unfortunately, it wasn't. What's getting taken right now? Juggernaut, really? Ah, shit. You end up losing it. No, I didn't. Well, I'm gonna lose Quick Revive now, though. Am I? Oh no. Can I get back in time? Oh, yeah. I think that might be the last one. No, it's not. Cool. I think this is the last one. There you go. Oh well, I didn't get a free perk. I arrived a little too late. I should get back in the habit of making my way here as soon as the round ends, even if I don't know if it's something around or not. Anyway, moving back onto my story, my YouTube story. Where are we at? Oh yeah, Onslaught. My Night of Onslaught. So I still think that was a good video. One of my for my skills at the time, that was pretty good. Then I decided to do some shooter-esque videos, coverage videos, gameplay commentaries. You know, a lot of that subject may be a little like alien to people these days because you don't see a lot of it anymore. You need to be unique and high effort in the YouTube scene these days, or long form. In fact, I think those are the two things in the YouTube gaming scene that really take off now: is short comedy or short informative, or or short drama, things like that, or a long form discussion. Those are the things that I feel are successful these days. Whereas gameplay commentary, which was successful in the infancy of the scene, was probably the closest thing you'd find to a middle ground. It was 10 to 15 minutes of a bit of comedy, a bit of information, and a bit of discussion. And it was just somebody taking a bit of footage that they had recorded earlier and talking over it. So some people that might seem a little weird, but I mean, it was a thing. It was a huge thing, it was something I loved and something I enjoyed making as well as watching, obviously. And it was pretty big, yeah. And what I ended up doing is saying, all right, well, I'm not going to do Call of Duty right now because I don't like Modern Warfare 2 a lot. And in fact, I was really not excited about Black Ops at all. Which is this game, by the way. Shit, forgot about that. At the time, I wasn't excited about Black Ops. Looking back, it was great. So I decided, you know what? Instead of that, I'm going to do some other shooters. I'm going to do Reach. I'm going to do Medal of Honor. I think that was actually it. I'm going to do Battlefield a little bit. I'm going to do World at War. In fact, I made a little commentary on World at War before I started all this stuff, and I did all that. I did all those games. Medal of Honor was infamous for a short while on my channel because I gave up on it after only 4 videos, whereas my format at the time was to do 5 videos on a game and then give an opinion. And then, then I started. I don't know which one came first, my Black Ops series or my LP binge. So I think I'll start with Black Ops. Call of Duty Black Ops came out, and I uploaded a video. And it did really well. Fair play. I think it's on like 10,000 views these days. And I sang in it, which was awful. And I remember that. And that one I don't regret as much as... I don't regret any of the successful videos I have. But in comparison to the Escape to the Vault with 37 gold bars, I thought the Black Ops first episode was well worth the attention that it got. And it did okay. And I did a couple more Black Ops videos, and they did okay. And then I decided, you know what, by Christmas, actually, I remember I did a Christmas video, I was like, it's over! I decided I'm pretty much done with Black Ops now. I'm gonna go do some LPs. It's not like LPs were a new concept to me or anything like that. I had watched Chugga Conroy for a very long time, and Chugga Conroy continues to be my inspiration on YouTube in a lot of different ways, and he's really sick right now, so I wish him the best. But Chugga Conroy is a huge inspiration to me, and I had watched him for, oh god knows how long. Chugga Conroy and Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge were my first experiences of YouTube. So 2008, I believe those guys were, I started watching YouTube. So yeah, I've been watching those guys for like 7 years now. That doesn't seem that long the more I think about it. But yeah, Chugga Conroy continues to be an inspiration to me. And, you know, it's not like I had just discovered Let's Plays and I was like, yeah, let's do some Let's Plays. Nah, I knew about it. The problem was, I lacked the technology to record my voice and the game at the same time. So I lacked the technology to do live comms. Oh, part of me still thinks that is the silliest thing I've ever done. But, yeah, that was why I didn't do Let's Plays. And then I, you know, did Let's Plays. After a while, I just decided to do some Let's Plays because I got like Audacity. I don't know why I managed to figure out my problem. I don't even remember what my problem was. but I figured it out, and I started doing Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, which continues to this day to be my biggest regret in terms of the Let's Plays. Skyrim, which I'm sure we'll get onto later. This is going to be a long commentary. Skyrim has a few regrets for me, because I do think it could have been better than it was, but part of me thinks, the game let me down in that regard. Red Dead Redemption, I let the game down. Undead Nightmare, that is. I think Red Dead Redemption I covered really well, but again, we'll get to that later. Undead Nightmare, the game was... I let the game down. I had people coming and going, a lot of terrible audio quality. The hiatuses were massive on a 15-part series. It started off with a dazzle, so the quality was dreadful. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I'll fully admit that it wasn't good. And that disappoints me, because it should have been. And I may one day redo that, because I've done Red Dead Redemption now, so I might do Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare again someday. It involves getting the hop hog back out, which is something I'm not relishing doing, because it's so difficult to record consoles in comparison to PC. But I did it for the most part, for most of my career on YouTube, so who am I to complain? It's the thing that got me my start. Anyway, yeah, so Red Dead Redemption was poor, and nothing much to say about it other than it did pretty well. Considering the fact I started it's the one LP I believe I started, yeah, right about when it came out. Skyrim was a couple of months afterwards. So Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare did pretty well, but it was terrible. And we move on from that and go to me, probably my most important Let's Play. And not because it's good, but I don't even consider it to have done that well for me, but because my biggest fan, who I talk to on a regular basis, considerably got into my channel from that series and continuously references it, it probably sticks in my head as my best series. And in some ways it is, in some ways it isn't. There's a lot of failures there. The series I'm talking about, of course, is Let's Play number 2, which is I'm dead. Fallout 3. I might just record some footage off screen to put over this. Fallout 3, which was an interesting LP, to say the least. It was an LP that I obviously took a lot of hiatuses on over a course of like a couple of months. It wasn't a long LP at all, and I think I could have done a lot better with the series, certainly. And what I like about it is the character kind of mixed in there. I thought the actual series was decent, not fantastic. I thought there was a lot to be proud of in that series, certainly. But just in terms of the structure and my dedication to the series, it was poor. And at the end of the day, I think that did hurt my channel. But the series was growing pains for me, as most of my YouTube channel has been growing pains. And at the end of the day, it was a series that nowadays I look back on and say, yeah, there are a couple of good episodes in there that did really well monetarily and are kind of good from a creative standpoint. Kind of good. But I think from there I've only got better. Only got better. Audio issues galore, the typical quality issues you will find with someone's fledgling LP. Damn. We'll continue this commentary with another map, so don't worry about that. I'm going to finish off my recounting of my YouTube history to you, even though probably nobody cares, but I like to do this every anniversary to try and keep myself remembering of what my past mistakes and successes have been. I believe that was 2011, maybe it was 2010, I can't really remember.